Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL1 Katowice here. And it is, of course, the quarterfinals. Fnatic up against Penta. They are currently 1-0 up after going 16-8 on Inferno. Undoubtedly their best map. But now we're moving on to Penta's choice, which was Cash, which unfortunately Fnatic are not that bad on either.
No, I think this is probably in Fnatic's top 3 map. So I don't know how Penta are feeling about it. They're obviously more confident as their choice, but knowing you're versing the best team in the world on one of their top 3 maps is probably a pretty daunting experience.
Well, Penta lost 16-12 on this one just a couple of weeks ago. Of course, it was online, so you know things can change differently with online. Not quite as bad as it would be in Australia with the pinks over there. I'm probably pretty sure.
Oh, we play at the beach and in the sun. It's all just part of the experience.
I'm just getting an image of Top Gun playing on the beach now.
Yeah, no, he loves it. Gets his tan on. It's really good fun.
But we're going to get into the game. They're just going through a warm-up at the moment. What are we expecting to see here? Fnatic, I think, have the CT side start because they had the map choice, the side choice after the map through the V2 process. Penta, of course, going to be approaching this one. After a 16-8 loss, are they going to maybe try and throw new things in there? Are they going to stick to the tried and tested tactics? Of course, they've approached this game pretty much knowing they're going to have to face the likes of Fnatic if they have a hope of winning this tournament.
You always want to play your own game first, so they should go to what works best for them. And then if that doesn't work, they need to be able to be inventive and throw in things which are going to surprise Fnatic and Fnatic style. Fnatic will go out there knowing how Penta are going to play as well, and I think they'll be more proactive in the way of messing up strats for Penta. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, here we go again, and you can see Armin being brought up next. Looks like he's been gifted that Tech 9 as well, so it's become a standard tactic almost for the pistol round for the T side, I feel.
It's almost the move of the tournament so far.
Well, let's see if it works out for them. It is going to be an A push. 3 through Squeaky as they push on through. KRIMZ is the man trying to stop them over at quad there. Will get tagged down. Gets a lot of damage down onto him. Can do a lot of pressure. We'll get one down. Pronax with a grenade. We'll find a second over in the quad side. Spiidi not going to quite get picked off there. Denis is low, and Fnatic have reacted well to this one, but they've not counted on Denis hopping around that side there. Pronax forced off upper. Bomb plant will come in. It's down to a 2-on-2. Smoke's going out. That's going to hold them steady, but A main is being pushed by flusha. Flusha comes around. Is now at a 2-on-1. Spiidi, the last man standing, can't get the bomb plant down because they just keep pushing his position. He tries it again, unsuccessfully. Pronax just keeping him on his toes. He's second guessing himself. He's got plenty of time, but they are pushing the angles. You can see they're just the other side of this. This Pronax going to get boosted in there. They will take him down. flusha with a hat-trick of frags. And that will be the defuse for Fnatic. And that's just the start that Fnatic wanted.
This is what I want to see from Penta. If they're actually going to take the ecos to get up the smokes and flashes that they need to be able to execute properly on this map, or if they're going to continue the same theme as the last map where they were force buying a lot and they were really trying to keep Fnatic's money low while pushing those close rounds. But it does look like, yeah, just to save here, and they have a smoke and a flash on Spiidi.
Well, the unfortunate problem is that olofmeister's been gifted that Tech 9.
Yeah, stay away from that.
We'll see what damage he can wreak with it as he makes his way through the mid. He's going to be holding that position with the smoke down. It's going to keep them away from sight. B site is the current location of the bomb that Penta is going to try and work towards. flusha is ready and waiting. He's had the message, of course, from olofmeister in that mid. Immediately will get himself one through vents. Olaf will get the second. KRIMZ will get himself another. And now just Crystal remaining as olofmeister does get himself 2 kills with that.
Flawless.
Exactly the second start they wanted. But it was a full eco from Penta, which means they can go for those AKs now. And that means they will try and invest heavily. It's a risk that they're going to have to push for.
Fnatic have the AWP up early as well, which is kind of the best thing for them to do. You saw it on Inferno when they got the AWP up on CT. They really started to dominate the round, so we'll see how Olaf plays with it here, aggressively at B.
He's tagged up. He has got support from Vents if he needs it. He manages to find Crystal down, but he's getting pressured here. Troubley does get the kill, but KRIMZ just pops out of the Vents, gets himself one. Troubley replies with the second. flusha now covering up from upper. They are onto the site already. Bomb plant not quite down yet. Troubley tries to make his way through. flusha almost landed in the shots. Instead, you see Denis trading blows with Pronax. That was over in the mid site. Pronax pushing through, drops that into Vents. Troubley gets himself a third. And just now it is flusha. He's going to smoke off Troubley. Manages to find him through the smoke as well. He's tagged heavily. Oh, Troubley gets next down. Should be able to get the defuse in there. Rescues the orb. And Penta, well, they thought they had that one. Troubley trying to perform some magic, but Fnatic get the defuse in and they go third round running. And Penta going to have to change things up once again. That was a fully invested round from them for the AKs.
They really should have won that. That was a bad decision by Troubley. I know he was low and I know he was smoked off, but flusha hadn't even taken the site then and he's picking through. They could have at least got the player inside to bait for him and then he could have picked and tried to kill flusha in the back. Just a bad decision there by the T's to pick flusha.
We'll see how they adjust from this one. It looks like it may well be an A play.
They've gone the 4 spies. They're back on that that mentality.
olofmeister was holding the angle, doesn't manage to land the shot. Second time of asking, doesn't get it either. Was caught slightly, but he knows that likely to be pushing through. He's had the support of JW, who's tossed down that molly to keep them away from dropping. 2 of them boosted, Troubley and Next. Flashes go out. Troubley is going to drop down and try and follow this one through. olofmeister expecting someone to push onto box already. Troubley is creeping his way down there now. Unseen so far. Takes a peek.
Not ready for this.
Scoped up, he's looking towards the boost at the moment. He's not ready and waiting for Troubley. And he actually doesn't have any support in the mid either, because they've already rotated to cover off that A site. KRIMZ flashed out meanwhile over on B. In checkers, he's going to pop around the corner. Crystal hasn't checked this corner at XG. Troubley does get Olof. That's down in the middle as well. And KRIMZ popping around. And he's going to get one down in checkers. Crystal's there. flusha gets a second. And they didn't quite check the angles. Troubley tries to come through. He gets taken. And this B push has been stopped dead in its tracks as KRIMZ manages to take it down. But now it is a one-on-one as Denis manages to get the kill, but that bomb is loose. And KRIMZ has his eye on it. Denis is going to come through.
Too many places to check here for him.
He's going to check every angle. They're going to hear him pick it up, but KRIMZ has gone wandering. Instead, he's going to prefer to go for the retake here. Bomb plant going in.
Why?
Counter-terrorists win.
Time a run down.
He could have played it safe. He would have given his team a lot of money for the next round, and then he still had a 1v1 chance, but instead, he's tried to be the hero, gone to face KRIMZ and cost his team a plan.
Just them couple of steps. I mean, it's one of those things you just gotta know your timing. How long it's going to take you to get from that position to that site to get that bomb plant down. Just a couple of looks, but nonetheless, after what was effectively a very good mid play, they probably should have closed that round out.
Considering they didn't have any smokes and flushes to execute with late round, they did really well to trade and get to that position, and he could have had a plan. I'm really confused.
Well, Spiidi has been taken down. Pronax with the door shots on towards Squeaky. And that's immediately shut this attack down in its tracks. olofmeister will take Denis down. He's just got the P250s left. JW and olofmeister will gun them down. 5-0 Fnatic. Looking a little bit easy now as Penta starts to lose out on those rounds they just should have won.
If they don't get this round, I feel like it's going to spiral out of control here. This could be the round that breaks Penta.
Okay, let's see if it works out. They've got themselves the AWP for the first time. Spiidi is going to have that one. We'll see if he uses the boost. No, he's going to try and rush straight towards it. And actually, he's running headlong. JW was actually pushing close. He switches weapons, gives it across to kRYSTAL. So purely down to that spawn position to see if he could get that open frag. But didn't work out. Was blocked off by Fnatic.
Fnatic aren't opting to pick up any AWPs yet. They must be trying to get their economy really, really buffed up before they pick them up.
olofmeister, I think he had one, didn't he, earlier on, but we haven't seen JW go into that single-handed defensive strategy that he often does over on the A side. Denis has got himself snuck in here. I think he's managed to creep his way through the smoke. I don't think they realize he's in on sight so close. flusha position, but remember KRIMZ is there. Now they know he's there. He pops around, doesn't manage to get one, tries to get the second. This time they will open up the site. It's Spiidi actually that manages to get both of those kills. olofmeister though, dropping through checkers, through the smoke, unseen. Oh, he has to land the shot. It's not going to work out. Next spun around, got himself a T-kill on Spiidi, but the damage was done and pronax is now the last man standing. He's just going to step himself away and keep his rifle safe. And that is going to be the first round on the board for Penta. So it's took them a couple of bites of the cherry, but they have finally managed to make it count. from honestly sneaky play through smokes.
Yeah, they had Fnatic had 3 towards B. One JW was in the vent, and flusha and KRIMZ were both in the site. So you'd probably say they should have won that round because they let T's get really close, which is perfect for their crossfire, but they just didn't make the frags they had to.
Well, pronax is certainly making the frags. He got 3 at the end.
That's so important right there.
Well, they managed to save the AWP, but taking 3 rifles out of the hand with that exit, wow, that was not exactly what Penta had planned in the first round they've just won. They have got enough to buy back up, though, but it's not going to be the full grenade set that they would have liked.
It's going to be interesting to see if Fnatic are a little bit more aggressive here. They have brought up the double AWP, so this means that they can play 1 AWP at each site quite safely, and they can have a bit more focus on mid. And then here's Olof aggro B again.
And that's going to be Olaf opening up the account. Denis is going to come around the side. Does get himself 1 on Crystal. JW, the other AWP, of course, he's over on A site, holding that all on his own. He's got a little bit of support, of course, pronax just around that A site. Denis, though, pops around, gets himself olofmeister down, and that may be enough information. Let's see if the rotate happens. You do see them pushing through vents. They've got 2 members here, Fnatic, in and around this vents area to push on through and cover this B site. They haven't dropped down. flusha does. And this fake has worked out well for Penta.
If you look towards B right now, you can see 3 CTs pushing aggressively here, and JW is still solo warping A. So it's a massive risk from Fnatic here, but it seems to be paying off. They know it's going to be A or at least middle.
If pronax comes around right now, he's going to catch 4 of them with their backs to them. Instead, Spiidi will check the angle, does turn around, checks there's anyone lurking. flusha will get himself 1, though, and trade. It is Nex and Troubley in a 2-on-3 situation. They are going to get the bomb plant down, but flusha's already close by. Nex goes down. Now it's a 1-on-3. JW and flusha should be able to hold this one off, trying to use the smoke to his advantage. He's going to get pushed out of the site. I'm not sure he's going to be able to keep this one away. He's going to have to save.
He's finding the ult, which is good, and give him a weapon for next round, but they might force buy. Their money's going to be pretty average, but with that AWP, we'll see if they try something a bit different. They lost the duel early against Olaf at B, but picked it up, and Denis was able to take him out. Should definitely be a save round here from Penta. 2 of their players don't have any kills. Nex and kRYSTAL both on 0.
You need players to get themselves up, especially looking at Nex and kRYSTAL. Ironically, were the 2 top fraggers. kRYSTAL, the second highest rated, I think, yesterday, or 3rd highest rated player through the matches. Nex was the highest fragger for them on Inferno just a moment ago. So need those players to start getting some kills. kRYSTAL with the AWP really has to try and open his account here, because there's 3 Tech 9s in the hands of Penta along with that P250. They did manage to get head armor on Troubley, so they forced as much as they can here. Troubley is about to push through, goes sneakily through that smoke. Denis unseen. That will be pronax down, and they have opened up this A site.
kRYSTAL was extremely late then on A main, and it kind of caught pronax off guard, who had pushed in.
flusha flicks around, gets himself one of those shots. Just expect it, JW. Oh, Troubley could have got himself a hatful there. Will get himself 1. flusha, the last man standing. He's only got 12 health left. Spiidi will close that one out. That will be a solid round from Penta. Remember, that was just Tech 9s and an AWP at the start of that round, and they closed it out well. Maybe, just maybe, they need to start playing a little faster against Fnatic.
I definitely think a few aggressive strategies here, catching, we're seeing an eco from Fnatic. Yeah, this could be a turning point right here. Fnatic have to eco. This is going to give Penta maybe a foothold in the game. But if they can keep it fast on those gun rounds, it will catch Fnatic off guard for early round at least.
See where they go. It's going to be a 3-man stack on B, 2 on A, but it's the mid that's been left open, and kRYSTAL already up against those vents with Troubley. 3 members taking mid control from Penta, and Penta really can go anywhere they like now.
It's going to be a gamble here on which side they decide to go, because they have stacked, Fnatic has stacked the B site, and we have pronax over at A by himself. They did this a lot on Inferno as well. The riflers stacked a site, and pronax, just the caller, went on his own. I think maybe he might feel he has a better sense of where to tell his players to go mid-round.
Well, pronax has pushed up pretty aggressively on A as well, up in A main. So he's got all the information he needs that they're not coming towards him, but they are instead going straight up that mid. You can see KRIMZ hasn't been able to get a look around there. They're just expecting something to come. They know that they've given up that mid because they've not stacked any player there, and I think it's Spiidi that's just rattling the shots off and keeping them busy over on that B site. You can see he's just around the side there. That bomb going down. That's going to signal it. Denis is there to cover it off. Spiidi going to pick them all off. This should be like shooting fish in a barrel. Pronax is the last man over in A main, just hoping to get some exits.
He was the only guy near the bomb site where the bomb's planted, and he's the last alive.
Troubley not looking. Does spin around, and he will get taken down. That's enough that Pronax wanted to do. If he can get that AK and run away, he will be happy, and that's exactly what he's going to go for. He's going to run straight into Troubley, I think. Sorry, Spiidi just around the side, who will close out the round. So 6-4 for Penta. They do get themselves another round on the board, and this is starting to shape up to be a pretty decent T-side. 6-3, sorry. To
have won 3 rounds, and their kills are quite low again. It seems like another game of saving, but JW, in contrast to the last game, he hasn't an impact. He's only have 2 kills so far. And his last game, I think he ended up with about 28 or something over the course of the match. So hopefully he can step it up and get involved.
To be fair, they've actually kind of been avoiding him.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, they keep away from that A site. But once again, we're seeing Penta with full mid control here. olofmeister's going to get smoked off. You can see 3 members already pushed on through. And now, of course, that gives them the option to go where they like. The bomb is in mid. Troubley has that on him. Not anymore as he tosses it into the corner. We can see a little bit of pressure over A main. JW holding close with the Mag 7, hoping that someone dares to open that door. But instead it's Denis who's coming up with the AWP just around the corner. I tell you what, if JW was to swing around and have a look, it's got a very good chance at taking Denis down. Doesn't matter, Pronax will. Didn't see him there. And well, we didn't see a great deal, that's for sure. JW, not quite going to get Spiidi down. Gets him down to 11 health. Nex and Spiidi are the only men standing. Nex is going to have to go big.
That's unlucky.
They're just not catching any angle there. And Fnatic played that one brilliantly.
We're going to see, yeah, it's another gun round here from Penta. They need a few more rounds. I think if they want to be able to take this match out, they're going to need to get at least 6 on the T side. It is probably just a CT bias map, maybe a 9-6, 8-7 kind of half. But if Penta can get 5, I think they'll probably be 5 or 6. They'll be happy with that.
Well, JW preferring to go with that Mag 7 once again. olofmeister smoking out, and that grenade's going to be on point, actually.
There's the aggression that they need.
Oh, Denis is actually caught out. They know he's in vents. flusha's putting a lot of shots down towards him. But it is going to be a 3-man drop through the vents straight away. Penta piling in there. flusha trying to keep them at bay. olofmeister up on high. flusha spraying down kRYSTAL. And now it's a 3-on-2. As JW follows Penta through those vents. Comes back around the side. Finds Troubley. Spiidi was also taken down. And Penta did try and speed things up. They tried that fast push through vents. But Fnatic read them all too easily.
All over them there. They really didn't want them to get into B. They had 3 players towards the B site when they thought it was going to be a B hit, and they just didn't let them anywhere near that bomb site.
Well, Fnatic, remember, did take the first map. They were 16-8 on Inferno. If you missed that one, if you just joined us, it is 8-3 currently. As you can see, for Fnatic on this CT side, their side choice, Penta's map choice. And Penta really need to get themselves on the board, but with a Deagle and P250s, I don't fancy their chances. JW going aggressive, finds himself the early frag, and immediately that molly is going to follow through, spray on through the smoke. Just trying to keep them down. Next will drop. Last man Troubley does have the bomb, but unless he pulls off some miracle play, he's going to get quickly taken down.
I'm not sure if it's Fnatic's confidence growing, making them more aggressive, or if Penta is just getting down on themselves and Fnatic are making all the shots while they're just too concerned with the dwindling amount of rounds left to play with.
Well, I mean, if you were to look back across Fnatic's games on Cash, you would often see JW, who has just picked up the AWP now, often pop flashing himself out on that A main. We'll see whether he does it. No, he's going to go in towards the mid once again. So clearly feeling that mid control is required. Denis is about to boost straight into the crosshairs of JW. And that is exactly what they needed. Well, olofmeister playing up close, trying to get the drop. Doesn't quite get himself a second as Nex replies. But immediately that's put a gigantic dent into Penta's attack. And now they're down to 2 members already.
It's not looking good for them this round. They do have 2 Fnatic players that are long.
Ooh,
it's unlucky.
JW actually on sandbags, pushed on through the smoke there, Spiidi. That's going to take it down to a 3-on-2. Now, Pronax is only on 15 health, so it's not beyond the realms of possibilities, but Spiidi and kRYSTAL are going to have to sync up on this one and make their move together. That's exactly what they're doing. They're going to push up, maybe go up short towards A, which is where pronax is hiding over on that quad. But he's got the support of KRIMZ on the truck. And this is such an important round, I feel, for Penta.
If they can time this right and get in pronax's face while KRIMZ is looking the other way towards the mid connector, they will be able to kill pronax without him probably getting a frag, which is what they need to even this up.
They've split up. They've split up the angles. kRYSTAL's got to be careful. He's got KRIMZ off to the left. He's going to go... Is he going to go up or is he going to try and boost himself? Really could do with the support. I don't understand why they've split across. Oh, I do, because they tried to draw the attention, but it wasn't enough. Now Spiidi with flusha. Flusha will hold his angle and cover his sight. It's one of the interesting decisions. I mean, when you're in that situation, they clearly, you could see what they were doing. They wanted to try and draw the attention to A, make everyone rotate and get the bomb plant at B, but when it backfires that horribly, you got to think, okay, should we have just stuck together?
Yeah, well, there's always hindsight.
That's
a bit of a problem.
Of course, it's great for us to see it.
Yeah, we see exactly what's going on, but they probably should have stayed together, especially in a 2v3. They would have been able to at least trade and maybe give them a chance in the round.
Well, as it is now 10-3, and this is starting to look a very good half for Fnatic. Troubley manages to get one down, but flusha will reply with that grenade. He's going to get rushed down, and ironically, it seems to be the pistols that seem to work well for Penta. pronax does pop through vents, gets himself one, and now the retake is on here. pronax going to hop through with
Troubley
that flash.
didn't see him.
Oh, didn't quite see him. Troubley looking the other way. pronax gets himself another, gets himself a third on the board. And now in a 1-on-3 situation. Next gets one. Is this possible? He's got a second one coming around the side. Oh, olofmeister kills himself in the flames there, but with the grenade, sorry. But the defuse will come, and that's going to be 11-3. And honestly, a fantastic half now for Fnatic.
Fnatic don't even look that happy. Like, it's okay, we're getting through round by round. Going to see full guns this time from Penta. We're on the 15th round, and they finally have Molotovs, full smokes, and they're going to be able to execute a proper strat. So if they win on this one, they probably should have saved a bit earlier.
The double AWP from JW and Olof as well. JW is going to go aggressive. He's about to pop around there. There's the pop flash to go for, and he will land the frag on Denis straight away. Backs away to Forklift. The rest of the team try and push on, but he gets kRYSTAL down as well. Can he go for the triple? Troubley just off the side. Caught a glimpse of his arm there. pronax, doesn't matter. He's going to take him down. And well, Penta's attack has been decimated before it even began. It is just Nex and Spiidi who are trying to create something over on the B side.
Goes completely against what I was saying. Doesn't matter how many nades and flashes they have, you can't stop JW.
And actually, it's the first time as the CT half, you know, after 15 rounds, we see him finally going with that aggressive play with that AWP. It's something that actually, when I've been watching demos back of Fnatic, he does quite regularly on this cash side, but instead, Nex and Spiidi will open themselves up. KRIMZ and olofmeister down. flusha's just going to peek in towards top. Nex isn't looking at the angle. They're expecting something from CT, but instead it will be flusha up on high. Spiidi just beneath. They're pushing it from every angle. They will close in. And that's exactly what you're going to do in a 3-on-1 situation. Come from every angle. 12-3 is a solid CT half from Fnatic here on Cash. It was Penta's map choice, remember, and of course Fnatic's side choice.
They're going to need pistol again, Penta. Said it last map, we'll say it again. They need pistol to be in this game. Otherwise, if pronax ended up on top of the scoreboard, it's always good to see an in-game leader at the top.
Well, that is certainly for sure, but the pistol round and the CT side, remember, of course, it was, I believe, actually looking back, yeah, it was Fnatic that won that one. It took 5 rounds before Penta finally picked something up in the 6th, and Troubley has been the man causing problems, it seems, when he opened up sights. You've got to think, actually, see him on the screen there. He did manage to get that triple kill in the wrong round, but he only got 7 kills overall, so despite the fact that the rounds they won was when he went big, maybe they just need that man to get a couple more on the board.
One of them they won as well, I think, was an eco where they had the Tech 9s and they had saved a weapon for the round before. So their gun rounds were very weak. They didn't put up too much of a fight to Fnatic, who were just solid all over the map. They had a bit of trouble towards the B site when there was a few splits, but otherwise they were really strong and played a really good CT half.
You can see Devilwalk sat there behind Fnatic, and I had the chance to have a good chat with him for a good half an hour before this match actually got underway, and he was talking about how Fnatic have changed things up. They've now got themselves an analyst as well. So they actually have pronax, Devilwalk, and the analyst all watching demos, and it's something I was talking to him about. It's like, the fact is, you think back, maybe CSGO, probably a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, you had NIP at the top of tree. Everybody just watched NIP. Well, now you've got 4 major winners all looking to get through the quarterfinals. They've got so many games to watch. There's just so much CSGO that they have to keep their eyes on. And you don't really know who you're going to come up against. Obviously, Penta is someone they were expecting because, you know, they would be looking at the groups and thinking, okay, we're probably going to be a #1 seed. Who is likely to be the #2? So they would have researched these teams.
Oh, definitely. And I think you're exactly right there. There's so much Counter-Strike to watch. There's so much Counter-Strike being played now, and you need those extra eyes. You take the load off your star players, and you have people outside of the game doing the hard work.
Yeah, meanwhile, of course, you just unleash the likes of JW onto the world. flusha, though, is the man that's pushing up. He's the one single man. olofmeister's already opened up his account as he comes leaping through with that Tech-9 once again in the pistol. Does finally get taken down by Troubley, but the damage has been done.
JW has picked it straight up.
Straight back on towards it. It's a 4-on-1 situation, and next, well, almost an unwinnable situation as they have themselves the A site covered off. The bomb, however, was going to be, it doesn't matter.
Didn't need to plan it.
Not even going to get their plant down. flusha ends things for them. Oh, got the plant as well, just to pick up that little bonus. But 13-3 the score, and with that pistol round finish, you've got to feel that may well be the nail in the coffin for Penta.
Their confidence is so high right now, Fnatic. I don't think Penta can get out of this mental hole that they've probably put themselves in. You're almost reciting yourself to the fact you are going to lose versus the best team in the world, 13-3 down on Cache. It's really tough.
Somewhat demoralizing, and that's when we see teams maybe making changes. Of course, Penta made a change coming into this tournament just a week ago with Troubley coming through there. KRIMZ popping through Squeaky immediately, opening up his account. Will get replied. Spiidi will get one, but look, straight away, they've followed through with the revenge frag. pronax just about almost catching his teammate olofmeister there. A couple of shots in the back, just a couple of love taps maybe, but Troubley, he's in a 1v4. He's got himself that single AK-47 wrestled out of the hands of JW, and he's going to try to save it as best he can. But looking at 14-3 likelihood in this one. Does manage to get himself one. Anything else will be a bonus as flusha peaks. He gets himself a second. This is not a bad start for Troubley here. If pronax pushes on his position, a little bit unseen, he may get a third out of the hands, but at this stage, 14-3, 2 rounds already on the T side. You've got to feel pronax actually may find this one. Uh-oh. Comes around. Yes, he will. That's going to be the AK away. And Fnatic now in full control of Penta and looking to make themselves another pass in towards a semi-final at a major.
Fnatic only dropped 10 rounds in the group stages, and so far they've, in the quarterfinals, they've only dropped, I think it's 11. So pretty convincing wins.
It was 16-8, so actually even less. Yes, yeah, 11. No, okay. Can't count.
That's right.
That's why you're the pro player.
Yeah.
Got to count those rounds, man. Troubley going to push out here, trying to go aggressive, but flusha was already waiting for this one. You've got to see these players, and you see them setting up. They knew that there's going to be a pistol, and they were already expecting that rush around the corner. When you're holding angles like that, you just think, how much have they researched this team? How much are they expecting from everything that Penta throw at them? Because Fnatic seemingly are catching them off guard, but Denis and Nex got kills, and this pistol round has suddenly turned into a fantastic round for Penta. But olofmeister, he's still alive, expecting kRYSTAL. More Troubley to come around. Look at that, already trying to get a bit of warbang there. He's got the Tech-9 as well. Double trouble from olofmeister, that's for sure. Grenade will go out. He's going to find one. He gets Spiidi down. Can he go bigger? Denis is going to get found. Oh, well, perhaps he should have stuck with the AK. Who knows?
Could have just reloaded.
Who knows? Could have gone for that reload. But it's a round on the board for Penta, and it's a round they absolutely need, and they're going to need a hell of a lot more of those. 12 more to go to keep Fnatic from knocking them out of this tournament.
Not taking anything away from Penta's good kills that they made then, but I think Fnatic got a little bit ahead of themselves. They just rushed in when they knew that the pistols were close and tried to make frags that it just didn't work out for them. Maybe taking it a bit slower and calming down and going, all right, guys, we're 2 rounds away from the semis would have been a great decision.
Well, you say that, but they do have Tech 9s, and they may well actually speed things up with this one. We'll see how it works out. I did manage to get to talk about the Tech 9s with Devilwalk, and he was talking about how Fnatic have themselves changed their strategies based around that and actually going for those quick plays with it. Next, getting caught out by the molly there, that grenade. Well, managed to find its target, not doing as much damage as perhaps it could have. JW trying to rattle those shots through the smoke.
Big shots.
olofmeister will get kRYSTAL and Denis. Well, that is the mid-controlled wrestled away from Penta. Now in a 2-on-5 situation here. KRIMZ gets himself another. Troubley, the last man standing. He's caught out. CT side. They do get him down, though. JW is dropped. And so often it seems that Troubley is the last man standing for Penta.
I don't even know what he needs to do here. If he saves his team, they've got match point. If he goes for it, well, there's probably going to force buy again next round anyway. So looks like he probably will save. Even the exit frags that don't matter at this point with the scoreline the way it is.
Well, olofmeister not going to work out for him this time. Perhaps he should have stuck with that Tech 9, but Troubley will rescue himself an AK. He's going to get flusha come around the side. That's a triple. Can he go for the quad? Oh, not quite going to happen. KRIMZ will get the reply. And now it is match point for Fnatic as they move to 15-4.
Fully bought up again. Let's see if they can win this one with the rifles.
Well, Penta's rounds have been with pistols.
Yep.
That's where
most of their 4 rounds.
I'm pretty sure all 4 rounds
are
from the pistols. So maybe whatever they do, that aggression they bottle up for the pistol rounds, they maybe need to make use of. Denis is the sole man with an M4. There is a FAMAS for kRYSTAL as well, but already it's olofmeister making tracks towards A site, but he is the only man. You can see JW trying to get those shots down. Next taken down to just 9 health. Troubley on 15.
The aggression from Denis here pushing Squeaky Door is going to give them a lot of early information. The CT should be able to stack B.
Yeah, he's managed to get himself all around the side. They know that olofmeister is just off the side, so he's simply on a fact-finding mission right now, Denis. He could easily sneak around the back of them, but they're aware that there's a lot of people over at the B site. KRIMZ just looked away at the wrong instant, goes for the weapon change. Denis gets himself a second. Flush is going to peek around.
Huge.
He'll get himself a third, and that is a huge, huge play from Denis. I think he came all the way from Squeaky there, all the way around the back of them. And now it's just olofmeister on pronax for Fnatic.
Olof's the danger man here. He's in a really good position to pick up some frags. Between 2 CTs, he could catch someone off guard.
That is the 4K for Denis. And will they risk it? I don't think they were risking trying to even force him on the ace here. They want to just take him down. They know where he is. They just popped around the side. They give it to him.
Great
It is the ace for Denis.
Absolutely sensational.
And that is absolutely what Penta needed.
Now they just need to do that another 10 times.
Just another 10 times. That's all they're going to do. What is it about pistol rounds for Penta? Who knows? Love to check back on the demos and see exactly what they do differently. And it's maybe just that aggression. Maybe the angles are not helping for them. But Denis this time has got himself the AWP after that play. Maybe well rewarding himself. And it looks like he's going to find himself some Fnatic members already pushing up. Doesn't go full on aggression, JW style, but will get himself a good angle. JW himself is, as you can see, pushing up close. flusha goes around the side there, tries to peek, didn't notice that JW was nearby, and now KRIMZ popping around Squeaky. He's in trouble. He's going to get pinned down. He will get one. Can he get the second? He will. JW goes down. Now he's got the support that he needed, and just like now Penta get themselves around on the board.
I didn't think help was ever coming. He was stuck on his own for a while there. I didn't think they were coming to help him.
Like sometime soon, guys. Sometime soon. That was the shot, because you feel KRIMZ almost had him down there, down to 12 health. But he hung on.
Here's the Tech 9s. 5 Tech 9s from Fnatic. This is the round. The Rec 9.
Just 2 head armor. That's all they've gone with for Olof and KRIMZ. We'll see how it works out. A couple of flashes and 1 smoke for Olaf. It seems that A site is going to be the focus target. There's the flashes going over towards quad site there. Spiidi is going to get caught out, but they are defending deep on this one. So they're expecting something like this from Fnatic. pronax has got himself in towards that quad site. KRIMZ will get the bomb plant down. It is only Olaf that's gone down to kRYSTAL. That smoke paying dividends at keeping them away from that bomb site as they try to rattle the shots through the smoke. flusha doing what he can, gunning, running and gunning. kRYSTAL will go down. Everybody is actually pretty low on Penta. This is quite doable about Fnatic. And look at JW. He's rotating. He's got himself around the back. He gets himself one, gets himself a second. Troubley now gets himself two as well. And JW is the last man standing. But he's got another. He's got a stick on this one. JW is going to run for it. He's going to get it down. But JW will get himself the 4K. But the round was picked up by Penta with the defuse. Wow. This is definitely on a knife edge for Penta, no doubt about that.
Yeah, when the ecos are that hectic, you got to really worry about what's going to happen on the gun rounds.
The ecos have been what it's all about for both of these teams now. kRYSTAL with the AWP this time around, but JW himself has picked one up. We'll see if he goes for a boost, whether he tries for any aggressive play. It looks like it may well be that boost in there. Oh, look at this. It's a boost on the van, actually. At the back there, on top of pronax. Up on high, trying to look at the coils, but nobody showing for them. flusha, meanwhile, has got himself one on denis.
Somebody's just there at the box.
Didn't land it. Yeah, we're going to try for it, not going to happen. They have got themselves two already stacked up around Squeaky, though, so Fnatic already in position. KRIMZ keeping himself busy, trying to get ruts and rattles. Look at olofmeister. Spiidi's head is not going to be long with this world. And now this A site. They've got to rotate. The rotate's already on from Penta, but is it going to be quick enough? Because Fnatic are looking to make the play. That smoke out should slow them down just enough. You can see one's already back on site. Oh, Troubley already dropped, though. So now it's down to a 5-on-2 situation for Penta to stay in this game. JW does go down. kRYSTAL tries to find one. He's not going to get the no-scope down. Next is going to drop, and that is Fnatic going through to the semi-finals. 16-8 on Inferno, 16-7 on Cash. It has been a solid performance for the #1 team in the world.
Looking clinical there.
Solid play overall, no doubt about it. And if you were to look at the frags, you can see 21 for flusha, 21 for olofmeister, 20 for pronax, JW on 16 and KRIMZ on 15. Pretty good spread overall, considering how it was going in the first half. And really, you know, there's so many players on that team that can step up when it counts. But when the entire team steps up, the world needs to watch out.
Well, when everyone is playing that well, it's going to be really hard for the other team to even have an opportunity to get in it, and I think that's what we saw there. I don't know what... Like, Penta shouldn't be too disappointed with the performance. Fnatic are the best team in the world